6.2. Well, at least it's a good song to have stuck in your head.
Well, it is, yeah. I was about to
The
say,
unit circle
I haven't even listened to it recently.
and circular functions.
Literally looking at me over by a box.
Did you?
Probably.
Oh, fun.
So these are just, I'm going to give you two formulas. One of them we're definitely going to use. The other one is up in the air if we're going to use it. But you'll potentially see it again if you ever end up in any kind of other math class or physics class or potentially just a science class. But the formula for linear speed is speed is equal to distance over time, or V is equal to S over T.
My head is really hot.
Do you have a fever?
That has nothing to do with why my head would be hot. I already took my Pepto for the day.
Angular speed
Too, but not every day. I just needed it.
What did we take a Pepto for?
Stomachache.
W is equal to theta over T, where theta is in radians.
I thought Pepto was for like diarrhea.
It is, but I would just said a
I thought
stomach.
in that commercial where it was like, it said nausea.
It's for a lot of stuff.
Well,
Nausea, heartburn.
it's for stomach ache.
Yeah. Nausea, heartburn, indigestion. Oh yeah, upset stomach.
Yeah.
And diarrhea.
We don't need to go into details. I think it's self-explanatory.
All right, so they say to find the exact value of each function. So the cosine of 5 pi over 3 is what?
Um, 5 pi over,
Cosine of
3.
3 negative
Square root of 4.
square root of 2.
No.
Wait, is there
Or it's just a square and then negative square root of 3.
I'm looking at cosine. Cosine is x values.
Oh, negative
Positive 1/2.
1/2. Has 1/2. Like I said.
22. Secant of 2 pi over 3. So secant's best friend is what? Cosine. So treat this as 1 over the cosine of 2 pi over 3. So the cosine of 2 pi over 3 is?
Negative 1.
-1/2. So this is 1 over -1/2. Or we can just flip this, so it'll be -2.
You're just mad that you're not taking
That's
the
you got
answers.
your unit circle now.
She didn't say we couldn't.
Put it over right now.
You're going to literally have the unit circle
You're
in
gonna-
front of you for the quiz.
Yeah, Ethan. You're just not thinking smart.
Use your resources.
What? You're just mad you didn't think of it.
30. Sine of -5 pi over 6.
Wait, I have to write things down.
So remember, that means you got to count backwards.
Or just regular 1/2.
It's -1/2. Cool. We go with that?
Cool.
Okay, great. All right, the next one say to use your calculator to 4 decimal places. I don't really care about the number of decimal places, quite frankly. You should know how to type in sine, cosine, and tangent. Just know if it wants it in degrees or radians because it's not specified. So at least when you write your answer, specify what you used. But I think they're in radians because it says the circular function value.
Okay.
So assume radians. So I'm going to do this. 35 through 46, radian mode. So sine, cosine, tangent, you should already know how to type in. So I'm going to do one that's not that. So like 42. Cosecant of 1.3875. So I'm not going to actually like type it in and give you the answer. But we would treat this when we type it in the calculator as 1 divided by the sine of 1.3875. And then you would just get your answer out, whatever that ends up being.
Okay.
All right. Use the formula. The W is equal to theta over T to find the missing variable. So like with 88, they give you W is pi over 4 radians per minute, and T is 5 minutes. So we're solving for theta.
Wait.
So I'm just multiplying. So it'll be W times T is equal to theta. So pi over 4 times 5. And I'm okay with you just leaving it as 5 pi over 4 because that'll indicate radians. If you multiply it through, then you need to write that the units are radians on theta. And then, like, if you have something like 92, where they give you theta is equal to 2 pi over 5 radians, and T is 10 seconds, then you have the formula W is equal to theta over T. So then you just plug it in. So 2 pi over 5 all over 10, which is the same as 2 pi over 5 times 1 over 10. And then you just multiply that. So you'd get pi over 25. And then that would be radians per second are the units on that. So just pay attention to your units with those problems. But that's basically the gist of this section. So any questions? Are we good? Cool. Most of this is like basically a review, so I'm going to give you more of the like secant, cosecant, and cotangent stuff because I assume you should know how to do sine, cosine, and tangent.
Yeah.
So 21, 23,
Oh.
29, 31. I was like, what is happening? 43, 45, 87, and 93.